Hey, it's Andrea. Alright, so I wanted to capture this on video just so that I don't, partly so I don't forget, but also because it'll be different when it's a little bit more developed. So what I came upon today, actually it starts with yesterday. It's always a little bit more backstory to tell, but anyway, my printer started running out of ink. And I decided I wanted, well, this is why it started running out of ink. I needed to print an ebook. I decided I needed to print an ebook. It's called The Insider's Guide to Affiliate Marketing. Because I think what I want to do is use it as the basis of conversation that I have with people who are just completely new to affiliate marketing, primarily. But also it's good for people who are not completely new to have the foundation piece, knowing that I have the same foundation piece on board as the other person I'm talking to when I start talking about something, whether it's human design or affiliate marketing or unschooling or raising kids or whatever. As long as we have kind of like a common ground to build from, it makes life so much easier, right? So this book can be that thing. This is one of the ways that I've always used affiliate marketing, is as a conduit to conversation with people. So if I can find something that will have a transaction, because I like transactions, it helps people focus on that, okay, they paid for this thing, now they can focus on this thing instead of it being one of 5 million things in their life that are just floating around. And this is actually a company that I've been involved with since the beginning of this company, which is about 3 years ago, I think, 3, maybe 4, can't remember. Anyway, I started at the beginning because I had been connected to Dave Sharp, who is the founder in his previous business adventure, and really appreciated him. So that's something to, my door just closed, I don't know why. That's just like a side note that, projects may come and go, but the people persist is sort of a theme in my life, in addition to what I'm about to tell you. Anyway, he has branding that is distinctly masculine. I'm going to try and I printed the book here, and the reason why I printed it is because I'm much better with print. This offer has been available for like 2 weeks, and I haven't promoted it because I don't know what's in the book. So I printed the book so I can read the book. And even more, I'm more likely to dig into the information if I invite other people along. So that's part of why I do things the way that I do them. But what I noticed, so I printed it because I'm like, when I have something I can print and mark up and whatever, it's always better. But what I noticed, and I'm going to show you, well, I can show you on the screen here. His branding is, I guess you would call it masculine. I'm not sure that I enjoy that kind of a them and us thing, but anyway, it's this gold. It's not super masculine, I guess. I don't know what it is, but it isn't. You can see all my mess too. Isn't that nice? You can see that it's not girly, right? Okay. And I'm not really actually a girly person, so it's not something that immediately to me shouts that this is a problem for me. However, there's been people who it does shout it's a problem, and part of that could be my own design. I can't believe you're getting to see all the stuff that's in here that's not usually visible. Oh well. Anyway, the part of my personal human design is that I am able to just bypass obstacles. So things that other people might find an obstacle, to me is just like, I don't get why that's a problem. But it is a problem. So it's not like I'm right and they're wrong. It's just differences in what we see in the world. So anyway, his all of the marketing is that color. They settled on this gold and black, and it's dark, and it does feel a little bit guy-like, right? Sorry. But it's not so, there's not a lot of imagery that's particularly duty and whatever. Anyway, my ink started running out halfway through this book. It's 93 pages. I decided I was going to go ahead and print it. I use Instant Ink, HP Instant Ink, best service ever. If you don't have it already, I wish they had an affiliate link. I probably would sell that. It's a monthly subscription to printer ink, of all things. Brilliant model, because it's connected. My printer talks to some database or whatever, some service online that says, hey, I'm running out of ink. And somewhere in that it gets signaled to mail me new ink, so I never have to go buy ink anymore. It's great. My ink started running out. I already had my cartridge ready because they had mailed it to me, but I thought, well, let me see what happens. It started turning purple. And I realized that I want to read it more now that it's purple. Isn't that hilarious? And so it's like the kind of a thing that you don't necessarily notice the friction until, sorry, I had some messages pop in. You don't even necessarily notice the friction or the resistance until it's gone, you know, that kind of thing. And so this is just one. I mean, I could deal with the yellow, but I've actually asked Dave to see if I can't get him to approve sending me a lavender copy, a copy with lavender, and maybe even making it, I mean, it could be that it would make sense, and this is just me being me, makes sense to have it available in a different color scheme on the inside of Legendary, or else I can maybe figure out how to change it on our side. Sorry, I can't stand the messages being there. But anyway, it's just like a small example. And then what happened, the next thing that happened is I saw my socks. So I was taking the picture of this thing, and I saw my socks below in the picture. And I thought, well, duh, of course I prefer looking at purple. I wouldn't pick yellow to wear. Why would I pick yellow to promote? It's kind of where my brain is going. And so what I did next was I made a picture of my socks after I took the picture with my socks showing down below for my Facebook profile, which you may have already seen. And on that, I said, laugh out loud, does your marketing match your socks? And then I said, I have a running out of printer ink story to go with this, which is the story I just told you. And then I said, I think I may have just stumbled on, well, noticed really, duh, it's a V8 moment kind of a thing, a brilliant portal to developing the Your Perfect Audience piece of the puzzle. I think that we just don't let ourselves, even when we think we're doing ourselves out loud, we're not actually doing ourselves out loud, because if I think about it, so this is my example, and maybe you're a sock person too, or maybe you're a shoe person, or maybe you're a hat person, or maybe you're I don't know what, you know, and maybe it's not about clothing, maybe it's about food, maybe it's about whatever, maybe it's about whatever the thing is that you just love. For me, I got 6 pairs of socks for, like a package of 6 pairs of socks for Christmas. They're like, and I have tiny feet, so I always end up wearing children's socks. So I have some interesting socks. But they all have eyeballs, like they're like animal socks. They all have eyeballs on them. And I had the best time wearing my eyeball socks for the week after Christmas. What if I did marketing around sharing my socks for, oh shoot, my socks for the day. You see, I'm burping and everything. What if I did that? I mean, that could be a thing. But the larger picture is, what is it that makes your marketing truly you? Like visually, what can people continuously connect to you? A lot of times people pick color schemes and whatever. In this case, I'm the consumer trying to read this ebook. My printer happens to provide me with the obvious answer, which is make sure the stuff that I'm looking at, I have, like, it feels right and it looks right to me. And yeah, I have a friend who has been kind of poking around at that, and I've been pushing back a little bit. And I think we're probably going to meet in the middle on this, because a lot of her stuff, specifically about the Legendary marketing pieces, her pushback was, it's too much about guys, it's too much about guys. And I'm like, but that's not Dave. He's just a guy, and he happens to be a guy. And so, of course, that's what shows up, is guy stuff. When we show up, it'll be more like us. And it doesn't mean that we can't coexist somehow happily. Yeah, it just doesn't mean that. So anyway, my next project, So I just finished a 5-day human design set your foundations challenge. We're working on, I have a couple of friends who, they're friends, but they're also, I've hired them to help me as virtual assistant type help to work on turning that into a product, because that's where I never follow through. I never follow through on the back end, you know, production, get it into a thing that I can rinse and repeat with. That's what you have to do for scaling. So I just finished that, and just prior to that, which that project was an example of. So I had another program or product or something, a workshop. I don't know what I'll call it, but it's called 100 subscribers and 10 new sales, and maybe it has to be formula after that or something. But the point is that I was I took on that project, and now that's going to continue on through this ebook thing. So the next thing I'm going to do is invite people to read the book together, and I haven't decided yet whether it's a group, or I'm kind of thinking that I might read the book itself on video, so it's me in the mix of it. And it's not about me wanting to be in the mix of it, it's about me being who people can hear. It's just sometimes people can hear us and not other people. And I've had that said to me. So it's not even like I could give I couldn't care less whether it's me on the video, except that it has to be me on the video for some people. And so if that's what causes people to go ahead and buy the thing and get exposure to what is affiliate marketing, and this does a lot of the heavy lifting for me as far as creative, you know, recreating the wheel. There's so much I don't need to recreate. And possibly it's my socks that ends up being the doorway, or maybe, yeah, I mean, it's just hilarious. I don't know how it's going to turn out, but that's the gist of it. And I always have this thing for interesting socks. Maybe I end up selling socks. Who knows? You know, maybe that's my example affiliate offer that I use to, you know, case study all of this. I don't know. We'll see. It's just pretty funny. The whole thing is funny to me, that how it all just like each piece builds on the next piece. And I'm really looking forward to, I really, really love having people get clued in and access to and inspired by and minds stretched by entrepreneurial online conversation, which in my case is always affiliate marketing flavored. Let's put it that way. Okay. Anyway, long enough. Thank you for listening. And if you want to grab the book, there should be a link right here somewhere. Otherwise, it's AndreaGoodsaid.com/AMIG for affiliate marketing insider's guide. So AndreaGoodsaid.com/AMIG. And then if there isn't further direction from me, go ahead and contact me, because I'm working on that next piece right now. Okay? Okay. Talk to you soon.